What's going on, guys? Mac Junkie here. Welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to set your NAT type to open on PC. Now I know how annoying it is when you're trying to join a game, or it takes forever to join a game because your NAT type is moderate or strict, and setting your NAT type to open will not only make it easier to find games, but it should also improve your connection and stop server disconnects, especially if you're getting those randomly all the time like I was. Now when it comes to games like CSGO, you're going to probably find a game all the time, but if you're playing a game that's a little bit more dated and doesn't have as many players, then it's going to be a little bit harder to find games, especially if you have a closed NAT type or a strict or moderate. So I'm going to show you guys how to set it to open today. Now the first thing we're going to do is go down to our Windows search bar and open our control panel. And we're going to go to our control panel here, and we're going to go to Network and Internet, and then go to Network and Sharing Center, just like that. Now you're going to go down over here to your connections, and you're going to click on this. Now if you don't see anything here, then go to Change Adapter Settings and look for your connected network. So for me, I'm using Wi-Fi, so Ethernet is not, or Ethernet is disabled. So I'm on Wi-Fi, so you'd click on there, and then it would bring you back to right here, and then you'd be able to choose it from this tab. Now all you have to do is click on that, and then go to Properties, and what you're going to look for here is the thing that says Internet Protocol version 4, and you're going to open that. Now I have stuff in here, you probably will not have anything, so let's go ahead and change that. We are going to go down to our control panel again, or our Windows search bar again, and type in CMD. That should open a black box here. We're going to split that to the side, and then move our thing over here. So in this box, you're going to type in ipconfig. That's IPCONFIG. Press enter, and as you can see, a bunch of stuff will come up. And you're going to look for your wireless LAN adapter, or if you're using an Ethernet, then you're going to look for Ethernet. And it's going to give you a bunch of info here. But the one on the top of the list that you get should be the one that you are connected to. And what you're going to look for is the IPv4 address. Now, as you can see here, mine is 192.168.1.8. And over on this box here, you're going to copy that number that you got, and you're going to put it in here. So you type 192.168, and your number is probably going to be different, but it should start with 192. And I should preface this by saying if your IP does not start with 192, then this unfortunately will not work for you. But if you do have a IP that starts with 192, then this will work. So you do 192.168, and then whatever two numbers come after that. And then once you enter that, it should automatically enter your subnet mask and your default gateway. If not, then just go ahead and enter the default gateway number right here. Don't worry about the letters, just do the numbers. And the same with the subnet mask, but it should autofill those for you. Now for the preferred DNS, this is completely optional, but I like to set it to 8888 because this is Google's DNS, and then the alternate DNS to 8844. So this usually helps me stay reliably connected to things like YouTube and on Google sites. It still works with everything else. Since I'm using Google all the time, it's really helpful for me to have these DNS settings enabled. So go ahead and put these in there as well. Now once you're done with that, go ahead and click OK and close, and then you can close everything here. But we are not done yet. You're going to go to Google, and once you're at Google, you're going to type in the top bar here. You're just going to go ahead and type in routerlogin.net, routerlogin.net. When you get it, you should get a sign-in box. Now don't worry, by default, the username will be admin, not with a space though, ADMIN, and the password will be password. Alright, now as you can see here, I am using a Netgear router. Now if you're not using a Netgear router, there's no need to worry. All I need to do is open up another tab and search for how to do this on your personal system. And what we are doing is looking for the DMZ server. So for me, that's in WPS setup, WAN setup, and right here we have the default DMZ server. So if you don't know how to do that, like let's say you have an Eris router, for example, you'd go here and just type in something like Eris DMZ, something like that. Maybe just Eris DMZ, and it might show you just how to get there on a web page, and it'll show you what settings you should click through. But if you're feeling comfortable and you feel like you can just look around your settings, then you can just go ahead and click around in your router settings if you don't have a Netgear router, and look for the DMZ setup or DMZ server. Now what you're going to do is type in that same IP that you typed into the first box. So I'm going to go ahead and open up CMD again, command prompt. And just in case you were wondering what we did in the first part, what we were doing was setting a static IP. So that way, usually every time your computer starts up, it uses a different IP. It usually keeps these first 192.168 numbers and then changes these two numbers. So what we did in the first part was set a static IP. So that way, when we change our default DMZ server to this, it will stay the same every time we start. So what you're going to do is just type ipconfig again. If you kept it open, then that's good. I probably shouldn't have closed it to begin with here, but all you're going to do is copy over the same exact IP that you put in the other box we talked about, the IPv4 address, and you're going to put that into the DMZ server boxes. And then after you do that, you're just going to click apply. It might take a while, your router might restart, but after you do that, you are set to go. And just to show you guys that this works, I'm going to go ahead and open up a game where I can view my NAT type, and we're going to see if it's open. Alright guys, now to show you that my NAT type is open, I'm here in Call of Duty Black Ops 4 because it actually lets me show you guys my NAT type. So I'm going to go to my personal settings, go to info, go to network. As you can see, my NAT type is set to open. Now, if you have a game that allows you to check your NAT type, which is probably the reason you found out that it was closed in the first place, just go ahead and check this again and it should say open. If not, leave in the comments. I'll try and help you out there. Hopefully this helped you guys out. And again, if you don't have the same exact router as me, just go again and search around online to figure out how to get to the DMZ server or the DMZ settings on your router. And if you can't find any, or if your router doesn't have those, then unfortunately I do not know of another way to do this. But hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, please be sure to leave a like. If you liked it a lot, subscribe as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.